Why hello there, this is Chef the Whatifer, and today we're going to do what if aliens invaded My Hero Academia. I know not a lot of people have done this. It might be original, might be not. I'm gonna check after this, alright? So yeah, anyways, this is going to be a really fun what if. After this, I'm gonna record part 1 to what if Deku was in Hasbin Hotel, and also part 3 to what if Deku was reincarnation of Rengoku. So yeah, anyways, where we're gonna start this off is basically where Izuku, alright, or Hisashi, alright, he was escaping from an alien ship, to which, the guards are like, basically in alien language, alright, but interpreted it into English, it's like, come back here, Hisashi, come back here, you're gonna get arrested. Basically, for your crimes and for your war crimes, basically, or for your crimes. To which Hisashi's like, you'll never catch me alive. To which he basically went into the spaceship, or like into like a space pod, and basically just did any random numbers because they were about to get into the space pod, and then it just launched with the two guards hanging on to the side and basically dying from the space. So yeah, to which Hisashi just sighed from relief but didn't know where he was going. To which he was already injured. He had what do you call it, laser holes through him. He had bullet holes through him. He had all of that. To which he basically went and landed into Earth, or planet B2900. I might just call it that, okay? But to the aliens it's B2900, but to humans it's Earth. To which he landed, and basically the spaceport crashed, like kaboomed, or like was about to explode, but Hisashi thankfully got out, basically. To which he went, to which the spaceship exploded, and Hisashi is laying down there. To which there was this one green-haired woman with green eyes, just walking by in the park. So she saw this, and she immediately rushed there and grabbed the person. To which she brought him to the hospital. To which few hours later, they basically patched him up. To which Hisashi woke up and he saw himself in a hospital bed, or like in a bed of some sorts, or like in this weird contraption. To which Hisashi basically looked to his left and saw the green-haired woman, to which he blushed from. To which she's like, are you okay? To which Hisashi is like, yeah, I'm okay, basically. Like, to which she's like, what? To which Hisashi basically is like, oh. To which he basically went and what do you call it? He basically went and switched the language to English. To which he's like, I'm sorry, my name is Hisashi Midori and thank you for saving me. To which she's like, my name is Hisashi, thank you for saving me. To which she's like, yeah, no problem. To which a few days, basically that's when their relationship is going to start. To which she asked him if he has a new place to live, but Hisashi said he didn't. To which Inko had the idea, and she basically brought him to her house. To which she basically took care of him, fed him food, basically taught him about Japan and stuff, because yeah, Hisashi told her that he doesn't know about Japan, he just visited, like that. So yeah, to which they basically built a relationship, and they fell in love, and they became married, and they married. To which Inko and Hisashi did the thingy, and Izuku 9 months later was born. To which the first half alien half human has been born. To which Hisashi basically one day all this time had like the bacteria protection, about the protection from the bacteria. So yeah, to which he basically forgot to put it on. To which he was dying, and it was already too late. To which she told Inko, I'm sorry, but I'm dying, basically. To which she went water, she's like, what? You can't be dying, it's not true. To which she's like, I'm sorry, but I gotta tell you the truth. I'm an alien, basically from planet Glorb. I'm a war criminal that I survived with the guards attack, basically in prison, and I escaped to here, and I fell in love with you, but I decided to change my ways because of you. Please tell my son Izuku about the aliens and tell him to basically train on his alien powers and to become strong, basically to protect this planet, because they're gonna come after me sooner or later. Please, Inko, take care of my son, please, and I love you. To which he died and Inko was crying, to which, you know, she was determined to take care of Izuku. To which, you know, Izuku growing up, you know, he basically didn't grow up the same. Inko basically restricted him from watching all my videos and stuff. This Inko basically was serious, to which, you know, she basically told him about his alien race, like his half gene, like his half alien race, and how he's not going to unlock a quirk because of it. To which Izuku was shocked. He was heartbroken that he wouldn't get a quirk, but he was shocked that he was half alien. To which Inko basically said that she had the schedule of how to train his alien powers and his alien body, basically, and how to unlock his alien forms from Hisashi, basically, of how he was planning for Izuku to train. To which she basically over the years has been training Izuku. You know, she has taken him to martial arts classes. He has trained on himself. He has trained by himself. He has created martial arts on his own. In like the hermit martial arts, the Saiyan martial arts. Okay, I'm sorry, I just like those martial arts. Okay, he created also what do you call it? He created also the Jakshin school, basically high, to which, you know, once he uses his one of his abilities called like hand sword, or like the sword hand. Like once he transforms into his half alien, he can transform his hand into a sword, you know, into his half alien form. He can transform his hand into a sword, like all of his arm into a sword, to which it is basically unbreakable to the humans, but to the aliens it's easily breakable because he's still a child. To which, you know, he basically created, you know, the breathing styles also. No, I'm just kidding, he didn't create the breathing styles, but, you know, he also learned about the human body and about the alien body. He learned that he can spit out acid, and he has full and he can turn invisible, and he also basically can manipulate acid within his hands. To which, you know, one day Izuku basically was coming home, to which, you know, like from school, like after the bullying and everything, Inko told him not to use his powers. To which, you know, he basically came back and saw, what do you call it, he saw one of the villains basically killing Inko in the street, basically, and killing Inko in her home. To which Izuku basically went rampage, and he went and unlocked his full-on alien form. Just imagine it as the alien from Mortal Kombat 10. Basically, that's his full-on alien form. To which he went in there and basically went and fucking killed him, fucking fatalityed him. Okay, I'ma see if I can show it, but yeah, like, he full-on fucking fatalityed him. He used the mouth and he fucking, you know, killed him, you know. To which, you know, Izuku basically went out of the alien form and looked down and saw him, to which he was scared, to which, you know, he heard police sirens, to which he basically ran to the woods. Okay, to which, you know, the police have suspected that Izuku is also basically like has run away, and that the villain killed himself, because that's how it looked. Like Izuku made it look like he killed himself. Basically, like he dropped acid and he made like a bottle, like he just got a bottle so that they don't suspect him. Like he just got a bottle and put acid in it that can't melt the bottle but can melt humans. Okay, yeah. So that happened. To which, you know, Izuku basically in the forest kept training, you know, kept fighting animals, kept unlocking his powers, kept fighting, you know, kept gaining experience. Then at the age of 13, he decided, you know, to go back into the normal. To which, you know, he came back in his full-on alien form in the middle of the night. He just went to a clothes store and basically went and robbed it, for basically, you know, the clothes that you see in the thumbnail. He basically stole, like, what do you call it? I mean, at the age of 15, not 13. I'm sorry. At the age of 15, he stole the clothes. He stole the backpack, you know, and his hair was as long as the girl in the thumbnail. You know, the purple-haired girl. Yeah, I'm not gonna spoil who she is, but yeah. To which, you know, he went and basically he basically went to a barber shop because he knows all of this. Because Inko also made sure that he's smart as hell, like a really good tactician, and he knows everything. To which, you know, he went to the barber and asked for him to cut his hair. To which, you know, Izuku's basically hair became what it is in the photo. To which Izuku's basically his vision was, you know, kind of blurry. To which, you know, he went to the doctors, like to the eye doctor, and he basically checked his vision, and it was, you know, not that good. Because, yeah, to which, you know, the doctors basically gave him like what do you call it, glasses that basically don't fall off. Like, it basically can stay on, but he can take it off if he wants to, or if he wants, he could transform it into like contacts, basically. So yeah, to which, you know, Izuku basically went and wanted to sign up for UA. To which, you know, Izuku basically went to the gates of UA, basically at the exam, and basically at the exam basically day, to which, you know, or like the UA entrance exam. To which, you know, he basically saw the school and was awestruck because he didn't remember it being this big. To which, you know, he was walking in, and this time he didn't trip, so he didn't meet the STD spreader, the bully, the slut, the bitch, you know, the cunt, the raper, the Futanari Uraka her fucking self. He did not meet her. So yeah, to which, you know, he basically went in there and he basically went to the orientation area. To which, you know, he was sitting down, you know, waiting for Mr. Aiza or like Prison Mike to explain. To which, you know, Prison Mike basically came and he was like, what do you call it? Are you people? Can you give me a hey? To which, you know, nobody answered, but Izuku basically gave him a hey. He's like, hey. To which, you know, everybody looked at him like, are you serious, bro? Basically, but Izuku did not care, but Prison Mike basically looked cheered up from that, and he's like, thank you, examinee 518. To which, you know, he basically went on and explaining the 0 point, the first pointer, second pointer, and third pointer. To which, you know, Ira basically stood up and he's like, President Mike, sir, if well, you only explained 3 robots, but there are 4 in the palette. If this is a mistake from UA, then I'm highly disappointed. And you, basically, why do you always have that, and he pointed at Baku, why are you always so angry? Did you know, he's like, you wanna go with me extra? Because, let's just say, because Izuku wasn't there, his quirk, Baku's quirk, was like 3 times worse. Because Baku didn't bully anybody, so his quirk didn't develop as good, or like didn't become as good. So yeah, to which, you know, Izuku basically just kept staring at Prison Mike. To which Prison Mike said, "Alright, let me explain the 0 pointer." To which, you know, he went and explained the 0 pointer, and he basically said, "Alright, go go go." To which, you know, everybody just went to the written part. To which, you know, Izuku basically, in let's just divide the written portion into 5 parts. Okay, there is English, then there is math, then there is science, then there's history, then there is tactician and heroism, basically. To which Izuku aced the English, aced the social study, aced the history, aced what do you call it? English. He aced the English, he aced the science, he aced the math, and he aced the history. Then basically, you know, in the tactician wise, a lot of people like basically got in the 60s and 70s, but Izuku basically got in the hundreds, because yeah, him tactician wise is as fucking good as Google itself. Like, he has the best he's the best tacticianer, basically, and the best martial artist, and basically the most heroic. So yeah, to which, you know, Izuku basically just went into the, you know, fighting part, or the practical part. To which, you know, Izuku basically was waiting outside. To which, you know, a girl was basically looking at him lustfully, but Izuku basically did not care. To which the girl basically tried to go up to him, but then Ida stopped her. To which she was like, hey, you wanna go have a good time, big boy? To which Ida basically gulped and he got a boner. To which she's like, to which she basically pointed out her thumb, or like with her thumb, to basically go to the back room. To which, yeah, to which she has, this is Uraraka. To which they went to the back and tap for gay lover Z. To which Uraraka basically put down the pants, and the 12-inch got I'm just kidding, the 8-inch got out. To which Ida was basically shocked that she has a penis and tried to escape, but then Uraraka basically used her quirk and made him float. To which she basically undid it. They basically ripped off his pants. Then she started to fuck the shit out of his booty. That way, he kept on humping and humping his booty, like no fucking tomorrow. So yeah, to which Ida basically was crying. To which she turned around and put her dick inside his mouth. So she basically kept on going, and then she came with hot thick cum. I'm just kidding. I'm making this way too gay. Anyway, I'm just kidding. I'm not gay. I'm Muslim, so yeah. Anyways, so, basically, Ida basically kept on crying, and Uraraka kept on fucking him. So yeah, to which the exam was about to start. To which they basically got out, and Uraraka gave him a new pair of pants and gave him her number. To which she said that if he doesn't come to her house later on tomorrow or today at night, she will basically file a lawsuit for him raping her. To which Ida was basically, basically crying, and he nodded. So yeah, I'm sorry for you Ida fans, Uraraka fans. I have to do this. Uraraka's a bitch. Anyways, so the gates opened and Izuku basically ran in there, basically. And let's just say his powers. Okay, he has his reptile's powers in his human form, but his alien form he has both reptiles and the alien from Mortal Kombat. But in his half alien form, he has basically, the powers of Prototype, or the Blacklight virus. So yeah, to which Izuku basically kept on destroying the robots left or right, basically giving no mercy, basically like that. And he was also saving people too. To which in the teacher's perspective, Nezu was sipping his tea. He's like, we have an interesting batch this year. To which Aizawa basically noted, he's like, that green and black haired kid with the glasses. Yeah, I want him in my class. To which Nezu basically nodded, and he said, okay, he's in class 1A basically. Let's see his points. He has over 500 points and 60 points in rescue. To which everybody was shocked, basically. And Aizawa had a shit-eating grin. To which in the Izuku, after getting the 560 points, how much he got. Basically, also it's not just villain points, or it's not just like killing the robots or like attacking the robots. There's hero points, saving people. So yeah, to which Izuku basically went on top of the building and started kicking his legs in the air, while also drinking on some Pepsi. To which Izuku basically looked to the left and saw the 0-pointer, basically because he was too focused on the Pepsi. He did not notice that there was an earthquake because of the 0-pointer. To which he basically was about to run away. To which he heard help. To which saw Uraraka behind him. To which he basically went and basically went invisible. Okay, then he basically climbed up the 0-pointer and basically went to its face, and then basically just shot acid out of his mouth. So yeah, to which all of that happened, and the 0-pointer basically got demolished, because you remember this is alien acid, not normal acid. So basically like it melted immediately. So yeah, to which the 0-pointer basically just disintegrated from the amount of acid. So yeah, to which Uraraka was basically shocked and lust-filled. So yeah, to which Izuku basically just got down normally, or like he just parkoured between buildings really fast, and he got down, and he basically grabbed his Pepsi that he kept on the floor and just kept on walking. To which there's a recovery crawl that basically went and healed Uraraka. So yeah, to which Izuku basically noticed something. He noticed a pod basically flying in the space to he's like, the aliens are getting closer, I have to keep my guard. So yeah, Tuchino, basically Izuku just went back home. 2 weeks later he gets the letter, he gets accepted. you know Once he gets accepted, he just he just celebrates, and goes to his parents' grave, his father's and his mother's. Which, Izuku still loved his mother even though she was serious. He knew that she did this for his own good and for the good of the aliens, like the good of the Earth, basically, so that the aliens don't invade it, and that he's ready to basically hide. And without her, he wouldn't have went to UA. To which, he basically went and laid flowers on both of their high. He was like, thank you, mom and dad, basically, for everything. I made it into UA in my dream, basically. And I'm gonna protect this Earth, basically, no matter what the cost. To which, yeah. To which, he basically went back, and yeah, and then it's the first day of UA. To which, he basically was walking in, and then he was looking for the class 1A door. To which, he found it, and he's like, whoa, what is this huge door for? To which he basically said, I could care less. To which he opened the door, and he met with the sight of Ida basically sitting in a corner crying while Bakugo has his legs up, and Uraka basically having a massive blush on her face. Because, let's just say, before class, Ida had to give Uraka a blowjob. So yeah, and he's crying in the corner. So yeah, to which, Izuku just basically went and walked in. And Uraka basically looked at Izuku with lustful eyes. Did she basically went to him, and she basically like pointed outside the door, like her and him outside the door, like 3 times. But then Izuku said, I'm not interested. Did Uraka was shocked because nobody has rejected her. So yeah, to which Izuku basically just went on and just stayed quiet, to which Aizawa basically said, it all took you 20 seconds to shut up, we have to work on that immediately from tomorrow. We have to work on that from tomorrow. Anyways, I'm gonna be your new homeroom teacher, Mr. Aizawa, basically. To which the students are like shocked that they have this hobo as their what do you call it, homeroom teacher. So yeah, to which Izuku basically and Uraka, or like Izuku basically just went and grabbed the uniform, basically, and Aizawa basically had what do you call it, a neutral face, but inside of him he was like happy that there was somebody that actually took it seriously and not care about friends and stuff. So to which they basically went outside. To which Mr. Aizawa through the wall to Izuku is like, how much did you get in middle school? He's like, I lived in the woods most of my life, so I basically I basically did not attend middle school. To which Aizawa was like, okay, then throw this ball with all your might. To which Izuku basically said, are you sure? To which he's like, yup. To which Izuku basically transformed into his half alien form, but did not transform his arms. To which he basically went and grabbed the ball, and he basically went and threw it really fast. Basically, it went over like 20,000 meters. To which Mr. Aizawa showed the class, and basically or like 200,000 meters. I'm sorry. To which Mr. Aizawa basically showed the class, and the class was shocked. So yeah, to which Izuku basically just stayed, basically did not care for the praise and stuff. He just basically stayed quiet, and he kept doing everything seriously. To which Mr. Aizawa basically like all of the students were talking amongst themselves during the exams or during the quick assessment test, and Aizawa had to call them on like 2 or 3 times so that they can come. So yeah, to which Aizawa basically said, if you're here to make friends, I suggest you leave. To which all of them ignored that, to which Izuku basically nodded, and Mr. Aizawa actually had a normal smile for once. So yeah, to which Izuku basically just finished the quick assessment test. So yeah, to which the day finished, and Izuku was walking home. To which he heard Uraka basically is running, and basically he ran as fast as he can. He was like, no, or like he just turned invisible, I'm just kidding. He just turned invisible. Did you know he just kept on walking, on a different side. Did you know Uraka was trying to find him? This is because she knew that he has invisibility. So yeah, to which she couldn't find him, and Izuku basically made it home safely. So yeah, to which Izuku basically just went back home, and yeah, to which the next week, everything has been going normal, normal school work and stuff. Izuku has been acing everything. People have been trying to talk to him, but he ignores them. He chooses to stay on his own because, yeah, he just wants to get with UA over with so that he can protect the planet. So yeah, to which Izuku also has. Remember how I told you Izuku has hyper intelligence, like because of him being an alien? Yeah, he has that, and he has created like weapons like portal guns. He created normal like laser blasters and stuff, and created ships. Like not ships. He created like laser guns and laser high, and he has created his glasses basically, to which they can activate and deactivate, and he can basically make them look invisible. So yeah. Izuku basically was in the middle of class. They heard boom, 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 boom. All Might came through the door. He's like, I'm walking through the door like a normal person. To which everybody cheered, except Izuku, because Izuku doesn't admire All Might in this one. He just thinks of him as a good hero, but doesn't admire him. So, to which All Might basically said the same nonchalant about the pro heroes have to have costumes and stuff. To which they basically, the walls opened and the costumes basically came out. To which Izuku basically went and grabbed his hero suit. To which his hero suit is just his normal clothing, because he can transform. Remember, he can transform to Zaf alien, and he doesn't need any other clothing. Like he wears the UA costume, and he wears all those normal clothes and stuff. So yeah, to which Izuku basically, and by the way, if you're asking where Izuku lives, he lives he lives in a new apartment that he basically got from UA, because he told them that he doesn't have anywhere to live, and they bought him an apartment. So yeah, to which Izuku basically just went into normal costume, just without the backpack. To which they were like, why you choose this? To which he's like, I feel more comfortable in this than in any fantasy costume or any of these delinquent costumes that you all chose, basically, especially you. To which he points to All Might, to which All Might basically is like, heartbroken, or like just his pride is shattered a little bit. So to which All Might basically thought of something, to which he's like, alright, we're gonna switch to this heroes versus villains, and we're gonna make it the class 1A versus Izuku Midoriya. To which they were shocked. They're like, wait, we're all like 20, like we're all like 30, basically 20 against 1. Do you think it's a little unfair? To which Izuku basically was angry that they underestimated him. So yeah, to which basically All Might's like, no, he can do this, basically. To which All Might basically just went went back to the high. To which everybody got to the position. Izuku was the villain. Izuku was the hero, and they were the villains. To which All Might's like, begin. To which Izuku basically turned invisible, and basically went behind Momo, chopped her on the neck. Went behind Minara, chopped him on the neck. Went behind Uraka, cut her neck. I'm just kidding. Just chopped her on the neck, and basically broke her legs. And then basically, he just went and he basically went and put his ear basically on the wall. I'm giving him abilities as we're going. He put his ear on the wall, to which he heard like breathing inside, like 5 people breathing. To which he basically used his acid basically from his hands, and melted the piece of the wall. To which Izuku basically went and brought out his basically laser gun. To which he put it on safe mode, to which it doesn't penetrate the body, but it burns it. Did you know he basically shot it and it fucking burned all of them and knocked them out basically. To which you know Izuku basically just went and to the last floor, to which he saw basically Totoro, to which he basically saw the rest of class 1A. To which you know Izuku basically what do you call it, turned into his half high. To which you know he turned his hand into basically a blade. To which you know he cut one of the pillars and basically used the what do you call it, the black light virus to grab it, or like the half alien form. That is special ability for his half alien form is like the black light virus. He used the tendril to basically just go ahead and fucking beat them with it. So yeah, Tuchinu he went and killed. I'm just kidding, beat them with it. So yeah, they're all unconscious. To which Izuku went to touch the bomb. To which was like, hero team wins. To which that happened. And yeah, to which a few days passed by, and yeah, to which they were in the lunch basically just begun, and yeah, to which Izuku basically just was going on to his normal stuff, that the bell rang in canon. Uraka and Ira did the same thing, but Uraka touched him in his penis instead of his hand. So yeah, and Izuku didn't call up for them for help or anything. He just turned invisible and just used his claws onto the wall and stuck onto it. So yeah, to which Izuku basically just just stayed there, and yeah, to which the USJ goes similar to canon, but without let's just say that Izuku basically had different errands, okay, and Bakugo inherited one for all this, and Bakugo was sent to the boat area. So yeah, to which everything was similar to canon, except that Izuku wasn't there because he told Yue that he couldn't go to the USJ because he has plans, basically, because he was planning on where the aliens would land. So yeah, to which that happened, and yeah, to which Izuku basically just one day he was sitting in his basically in the school, like before lunch by 5 minutes. To which he was sitting next to the window like any anime protagonist. To which he basically looked outside and saw in the thumbnail, you see like in the thumbnail how there's basically like these alien ships that are huge as hell and are killing people. Yeah, that is happening in the Izuku, and it's basically sending out like signals with the alien language, like, where's Hisashi? He is wanted by the alien, by the queen, what should the queen's name be? Shizu or Yui? No, I use that name too much. Alright, it's gonna be no. It's gonna be, what's it gonna be? It's gonna be fucking Yukanari. It's gonna be Yukanari. So to which they basically said you're hereby going to get arrested, or you're hereby basically wanted by the Queen Yukanari herself. Basically, please step forward. They're like step forward politely, or we would have to search this whole and destroy this whole planet in order to find you. To which Izuku went wide-eyed. He's like, oh shit, it's already now, but it's break. You know what? Fuck it. To which Izuku basically said, basically waited like 1 more minute, and then the bell rang. To which Izuku basically jumped out the window. And he told, and basically, Aizawa just looked out and saw Izuku basically not there. To which, he saw the spaceship. He's like, wait, what is that? To which, many spaceships just landed and they started destroying cities and destroying buildings, in search of Hisashi. To which, yeah, and there was this one huge ship, like really huge ship, with this lady basically. To which, with this lady with, alien tail, alien features, and purple hair. Did you know she was like search for Hisashi Midoriya, basically Hisashi Midoriya. basically, and bring him to me. He's hereby ordered to be executed. To which, they all nodded, and they left. To which, to which, she basically was looking through, like, what do you call a futuristic pad, or a futuristic, like, screen, basically, and looking onto the humans basically dying and stuff, and the alien and her alien troops basically killing them easily. To which, Izuku basically just went and used his half alien form, or didn't even use his alien form. He just went and kicked the glass of the camera, to which, it destroyed it. To which, Izuku basically picked up the spaceship by one tendril, and basically he was barely able to move it like an inch, because it was like, let's just say it was really heavy. Okay? Oh no, I'm just kidding. He moved it. He just basically, did what the Hulk did. Just imagine that Loki and Hulk just reversed. Like, Loki is just holding Hulk and doing the same thing that Hulk did to Loki. It's just a uno reversal. So yeah, to which, the aliens basically got out there, like, to which, they saw hi. To which, they communicated to each other basically to get help. To which, one alien tried to run away, but Izuku basically just teleported in front of him. To which, the alien was shocked. To which, Izuku basically went into his half alien transformation and went to stab him in the stomach. To which, the alien was shocked that another alien was here, and wait, what? It's a half alien. To which he was shocked, and basically Izuku basically just went and killed him. To which, Izuku basically saw like 3 other aliens of the spaceship. Like, this spaceship. To which, he basically just went and fucking killed all of them. Basically mercilessly. To which, one of the basically people asked before he died, like, what's your name? At least can I know the name of my killer before I die? To which he's like, Izuku Midoriya. That's all I have to know. Basically, you're after my father. Well, newsflash, he's dead. If you want me, then you gotta have to come after me. To which, he basically just started running away. To which, Yukanori was shocked that a half alien was there. Basically because, yeah, he was a war criminal and no alien would want to have children with him. And yeah, to which, Yukanori basically looked on with interest in Izuku. She's like, a half alien, huh? Well, I gotta see this for myself. Then she basically ordered, bring me this Izuku Midoriya person and bring him to me alive. To which, they nodded, they're like, yes ma'am, or yes my queen. To which, they left, and then they started, trying to chase Izuku. To which, Izuku basically kept destroying the robots, or like their machines, their basically forms of transportation. To which, he basically went and started, to fucking kill them. To which, one of the aliens basically that was a high-ranking general, he's like, I won't let you defeat me. To which, Izuku's like, oh, who decided that? Basically. To which, he's like, I decided that. He's like, huh, you decide? Huh, I'm gonna defeat you. So yeah. To which, Izuku basically just went and charged at him and kicked him in the face, but didn't do anything. So basically the alien general just went and grabbed Izuku by the leg and started dragging him. To which, Izuku basically transformed to his half alien transformation. To which, he got out of his grasp and punched him again on the face, but this time it actually pushed him far. Like, not that far, but still far. To which, he basically just went and fucking oh boy, he just went and fucking stabbed him with his tendril sword. To which, Izuku basically said, sweet dreams. To which, he killed him. And yeah, and Yukanari was shocked that he has a half alien transformation that was as good as her general's, even stronger. So yeah, she wanted him badly now, like Yandere badly. Like, to which, she's like, oh Izuku, you're gonna be mine soon. We're gonna have a loving family and you're gonna be my king. We're gonna live forever. So yeah. Dude, Izuku basically just fucking, just spent the rest of like the week, of the aliens invading and killing people, just spent the rest of the week just in killing them. And dude, one of her generals basically, or like Yukanai, just went down there herself. Dude, once she went down there, she basically spotted Izuku. She's like, so you're the one that has been killing my generals and minions. Dude, Izuku basically said, so you're the queen that they've been talking about this whole fucking time. Dude, she's like, well, yes I am. And are you this person that I just said about? Dude, he's like, yes I am. Dude, Yukanari basically said, what do you call it? Oh, she basically said, you're coming with me. To which Izuku said, I'm never gonna come with you people, basically. To which she's like, well, your choice. To which she charged Izuku and tried to throw a punch. To Izuku barely dodged it because he was not in his demon transformation, or like his alien transformation. So yeah, to which Izuku basically just went and fucking escaped, or what do you call it? Izuku just basically went and started, what do you call it? Started fucking battling her, but he was losing badly. To show he wanted to just half alien, half human form. To show they were tying blow after blow, kick after kick, flick after flick, all of that. To Izuku basically and Yukanai, they just basically kept on fighting. To Izuku basically just fucking dodged. Let's just say he dodged a huge fucking bullet by not fucking what do you call it? By not fucking transforming to his full demon, for a full alien. Why do I keep saying demon? His full alien, because if he transformed right there and then, she would have been even more yandere than she's now. So yeah, she basically just got up and she's like, I won't lose. She basically went and started fighting. Okay, Izuku. Izuku basically got up and he transformed to his full alien form, which is from the Mortal Kombat. Once Izuku transformed fully, she basically just went and fucking stared at Izuku with shock and awe, because this perk, or this, transformation is actually, very rare. It is like from a race of aliens that has been, lost in history or lost in time. So yeah, Izuku basically and Yui Yukanai, they just spent the time fighting. Izuku basically knocked her out and basically went and took her to his house. She basically woke up in this strange house. She saw that she actually has things going through her neck. She's like, hey you, basically ass boy, can you tell me why basically why is there 2 lines on my face? Basically like 2 basically test tubers down his face. She basically, or like Izuku basically said, so that you can breathe, so that you can breathe. If I didn't do that, you would have died from loss of breath. So yeah, Yukanari basically, or what do you call it, Izuku, alright, he just fucking did that. He beat her, and yeah, and he fucking treated her nicely and all. So yeah, and that's gonna be the end of part 1. Thank you guys for watching What If Deku Was What If Aliens Invaded My Hero Academia part 0, or part 1. So yeah, because next time I'm gonna go into the manga, I'm gonna go into even more detail. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Remember, like, share, subscribe, do whatever the fuck you want. And remember, go to sleep.
In September, I'm the one who killed them all.